Australia's top domestic security agency, ASIO, has finally admitted what former spies and Russians have said for decades. It was infiltrated by Soviet moles. The acknowledgement has come in a subtly worded official history. But as National Affairs correspondent Greene reports, ASIO only gave up its Cold War secret reluctantly.
40 years of Cold War rivalries were meant to have ended in one moment.
Occasionally they shout, "Die Mauer muss weg, the wall must go."
But in the intelligence world, the shadow of Soviet spycraft would haunt Australia for another 3 decades.
Recruited as an ASIO agent, goes to work amongst the Trotskyites.
The agency's wrestled secrecy and truth and is finally admitting what's been widely reported since the 1960s, that ASIO had been penetrated by Soviet moles.
There was a handful, there was a very clear number identified.
The co-authors had access to 6,500 top-secret records and know the precise number and identity of uncovered spies, but that information still held back.
I don't think there's any question that many operations conducted by ASIO in the years of this covered in this volume were compromised.
Even the passage of 20 to 30 years wasn't enough for ASIO to willingly give up its secrecy and admit to Soviet penetration. It became the subject of tense negotiations and a test for the authors on whether the history was worth telling without it. Trade secrets are also given up. Concealed cameras, through-wall microphones, tape machines and suitcase photocopiers were cutting-edge tools, but still not enough to stop the arrival of a deadly new threat in the 70s.
There was a bomb in the bin, it exploded.
It was politically motivated violence or terrorism.
Arguably, they weren't really on top of it. ASIO was trying, but this really upped the ante.
ASIO's powers were beefed up and headquarters moved from Melbourne to Canberra, where the vaults remain locked on all history since 1989. Greene, ABC News, Canberra.